You know, I've been noticing a lot of new players joining in Strinova during Season 4. There's always just that one or pair of random players in your lobby being completely clueless how the game works. Then, it got me thinking, I think I should try to make a tier list video for this game. Okay, I know Strinova is not really a serious game. It's mostly for casual players who thought this is a gacha game. But anyway, let's just start. Now before we begin, this tier list will be applied for demolition match only, and each Superstring agents will be based on their value, utility, and ultimate. You know, S tier being always good, A tier being reliable, B tier having the Superstring agents to be more map dependent, or many people call it niche. And then we have C tier for being just over the gate, but they're really hard to solo sometimes. Now, first of all, I would like to note that this tier list is also depend on solo queuing, which means even if your favorite Superstring agent is C tier, it can perform very well or utilize well, like Reiichi's wall. So now do you understand? Okay, then let's begin with POS Superstring agents, starting with Michelle. Michelle is definitely the best agent to start with, a very comfortable pick, and always reliable in a lot of scenarios. Her skills allows you to take 1v1 easier, slows down the enemy, and scan, which is very important in this game. Her passive also discourages enemy to shoot you without compromising their location. And finally, her ultimate is just so good for taking sides. There are definitely some lineups that makes her ultimate overpowered, which is incredibly useful if you want more results with it. Also, not to mention, her gun has almost zero recoils, but it has a very weak fire rate when compared to other POS agents. Although, you know, her Awakening tree can easily cover it. So definitely A tier. Moving on, we have Yvette. Yvette have a really strong controlling ability. The ice crates makes enemy harder to move, while they take around 30% more damage. But Faye, which is the bear, is super slow. Other than that, her ultimate literally does the same thing with her skill, except it also now make their gun shoot slower, which is almost irrelevant. Her passive is straight up useless, but you can catch people off guard if you're creative with it. I think the only good part about her is her gun, which I believe he was kinda reliable. C tier. Next, we have Kokona, the only sniper we have in defender sided. Kokona herself isn't much of a threat, except holding sightlines. You can just smoke her and she can't do anything about it. But her support capability is the real threat, where she can rescue a person without the animation. Her skill also heals a lot. Just remember, you can use it on your allies too. Now, her ultimate just depends on the timing, honestly, and the person you're reviving. If you're reviving, let's say the bottom fragger, then chances are they're probably not gonna do much. Okay? So B tier. Nobunaga. B tier. Wait, let me explain. Remember when I said B tier is map dependent? Nobunaga is OP on maps like Windy Town or Cosmite, but every other map he's just okay. Why, you ask? Because the best part about him is his Awakening 2, which reveals all enemies who's in the range of his skills. His ultimate is really good to counter Meredith, but outside of that, using it with timing is very important. You know, when you use it too early, the enemy just either wait it out or rotate. And use it too late, and they probably just get a range to play post plan. But it's always important to use his ultimate in a good position. Always. Then Butterfly Girl is definitely in B tier. Wait, okay, she is strong. Yes, her gun is strong. Yes, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're basically useless. She is in a weird spot, honestly. Good Flavia players will also counter other Flavia players because they are predictable. But against clueless enemies, she's definitely S tier. Which is why I put her in B, because her gun is quite difficult to use. So B tier, but higher than Nobu. Yugiri! Her skill excels at controlling the map. You can use it either to scare the enemy from pushing or place it on default plan. However, what I like to do is using it offensively to push because the gas removes their armor relatively fast. Paired with her gun and passive, you can melt even the tanky agents like Ming. She is also one of the few characters that can isolate 1v1s in defender side, which is why I will be putting her as the first S tier. Kafka, very unique character. Her boxes can be used to provide cover in open areas or prevent entry, definitely reliant on the player's creativity to use her efficiently. Her ultimate is good to cover an open area. Her passive makes her moves faster, which is okay. But her gun isn't that great in terms of DPS because she's just really slow. C tier. Lastly, the latest Superstring agent released in Season 4, Chiyo. The most dominant aspect of her is definitely her gun. It hits like a DMR with the speed of an assault rifle. The skill is very good if you pair it with a killing tree, which scans the enemies when hit, which can counter smoke play or Reiichi play. Her ultimate can catch people off guard and ruins their positioning.
I am the burn wind that approaches!
Overall, a very solid character. A tier. Now, we are entering the Ubino ground. And who to start with other than the game's mascot, Celestia? D tier. Obviously for solo queuing. She's not that great. But let's look at her skill set, okay? Her skill gives 30 armor, which decays over time, while her ultimate gives 100, which is great. But why does it decay? Her gun is also weak, and the triple burst shot isn't gonna make her any better. The best part about her is definitely her passive, which is great, but you need to be with someone to work with. She is probably the worst support agent compared to others, and you also must be good at gunfights and positioning, or else you're just a walking target. Moving on, we have Audrey. Her skill can be difficult to use because it leaves you vulnerable, while her ultimate is great at denying plan or post plan.
Listen up! None shall pass! I'll remember this. Attackers win!
But let's just be honest here, we're all just using her for her gun, which is the best part about her. Combine it with their passive to make a head shield, you're gonna win a lot of gunfights with it. B tier! I can't really put her anywhere higher, but she is definitely the middle child. Fuchsia. Good gun, good passive, good skill, and good awakening. While her ultimate isn't that game-changing, it's the type you would just use it whenever you have it, you know? With all this check, she deserves to be A tier. Next, we have Bai Mo. The pump shotgun can be super lethal, and he have dashes as his skills and self-revive for his ultimate, which is cool, but he is the type to be limited by the user's skill. There is only the extremely sweaty Bai Mo or the sniper Bai Mo. You know, the one Bai Mo that shoots from afar and hopes that the shotgun can deal, long range damage. The only issue is that it's really hard to clutch the game when you're alone as Bai Mo. C tier. Painted Girl is probably underappreciated and tricky to use. Players often just shoot the paint without using it to their advantage.
The hunt starts now! Bomb carrier knocked down!
Careless.
Her gun only has 15 bullets, which is little, But her ultimate is good. B tier. I'd say her ultimate is better than Nobu's because she can shoot it instead of just planting it. So you can be in a safe spot while aiming your ultimate in the good position. Lastly, we have Galao, the magician. Strong gun, but that's it. Her teleportation allows her to catch people in bad position. However, do be ready to win the gunfight because that's pretty much all you have. Definitely a difficult Superstring agent, but unlike Bai Mo, she has the element of surprise.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Bomb carrier knocked down.
Still CT though. And finally, we have the scissors. A tier. Lawine is always good. Everybody loves the Lawine. Her gun is accurate and has decent damage with 32 shots per magazine. Her scan can work as both area control and intel. However, alone, she is definitely weak, but pair her up with anyone else, that's where she shines the most. Definitely a solid choice. Next is Ming, and she's still S tier despite the nerfs she had in the previous seasons. What can I say? Good gun, can slow the enemy, does area damage, heavy armor, and armor regen. She has everything in her kit to carry a team single-handedly. S tier. Then we have Super Idol. The sniper in the attacking side. Just that she's not as good as Kokona because unlike Kokona, she is more of a support. Kanami have scans, but the scan can easily be destroyed. And her ultimate is okay. Honestly, a sniper is always good if they do land their shot, and it makes it difficult for the enemy to fight in an open area. The issue is when one person hunts you down, it's almost over. But, you know, having a Kanami in the team is never a bad choice. C tier. Are you tired of losing? Do you want to win easily with a single press of a button? If yes, then let me introduce you to Meredith. She's a controller agent that can slow and weaken down an enemy using her skill. Her ultimate does the same, but covers a large radius which makes planting easier. You know, she can fly using her passive to stay on air to get an impossible angle. But who cares about that? Her ultimate is OP! Blind and drain their HP. S tier. Now, we have Reiichi. He is a controller too. He can make a wall that blocks the enemy's vision, but it also blocks your team. His Awakening Tree, however, allows his team to look through the wall, which is okay, because, you know, not everyone tries to use it. However, it's really hard to coordinate with random, and his wall can screw up your sniper and team a lot if placed poorly. There's one map where he shines the most, which is Cosmite. Anywhere else, he is either okay or just bad. However, he is super strong in a squad, so C tier. Moving on, we have Eika, the easiest character to play in the game. She has automatic shotguns with 17 shots per magazine. Her skills allows her to isolate 1v1s, and her ultimate is extremely broken, which is just unfair in a close area.
Bomb dropped in Zone A.
Guided by cosmic truth, this shot shall seal your fate!
We won't stop resisting. Bomb planted. Stunning masterstroke.
Do you see? The sky is painted red by the raging flames!
If you see an Eika in your team, just pick a support character and she will be a monster. A tier. Speaking of support character, Fragrans is the best choice if you want to support your team while still doing pretty good on your own. You can use movement speed to buff the team, or increase base rate of fire to buff yourself. Her skill is big enough where you don't need to glue yourself with your team. Her ultimate is okay, I guess. Just like Reiichi, she is super strong in squad as well. B tier. Now, the last one, Mara. What can I say about this character? She has a fast, accurate, and good damage gun. Her skills makes the enemy's hitbox bigger, even if they stringified. But that's not all. She can ignore your armor and go straight for the HP. Did I also mention that she deals more damage to enemies' HP? And has healing for her passive? Oh, and her ultimate? She can silence an enemy and scan them. But that's not all. If the targeted enemy is eliminated, the effects will transfer to the next nearest enemy in range. She is a monster. You can hardly win a 1v1 against her.
Perfect KO.
Of course, they will make her S tier, but I do notice that Mara players are usually 50-50. Sure, she is strong, but she sometimes can drag the team down. It's also predictable when fighting against a Mara, but still, S tier. Well, I think that's all the Superstring agents. Let me know what's your opinion on this season. Will the methods change in Season 5? Which is, by the time this video is out, it's probably already Season 5. I highly doubt though. But, maybe the game shutdowns before that even happen, or maybe people start taking the game more seriously in the future. All I can say is always remember to have fun in the end of the day. See you.
Requesting bomb. Thanks. Great work. Resume operations.